Hello and welcome to Return to Writing. This is episode 3 of Write With Me, and this is the next update in my NaNoWriMo adventure because I am using NaNoWriMo to basically get the first draft done for my book. There can only be one, which is a essentially slasher thriller, sort of like 80s slasher vibes, but a bit fun. And so far, I think I said this in the previous video, but I am working on something that I started prior to Nano, so my daily goal has been at least 1,000 words and at most 1,500. So far, so good. Today I hit 17k. This is day 7 of NaNoWriMo. So I have hit 17k words. That is great. Although to be fair, I think that's including chapter headings, but you know what? That's fine. That is completely fine. I technically really don't know how many words it's gonna be. I'm just going with the default 50k. But yeah, let's check things out on the computer. So far, there can only be one. 35% through, got the day 7 badge. We are at 17,482 words. To be fair, if I keep at the rate I'm going, this should be basically an even line going all the way up. So it should be relatively the same distance between these two all the way up. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But so far things are looking good. As for the story itself, we are on chapter 4, and this is where things are starting to pick up as far as things actually going down. We are no longer in setting things up. We are at the point where, okay, it's leading to the main climax is leading to the fun stuff. So it's getting a little easier to, get through the story. It's getting easier to type. It's getting easier to write. So hopefully, now that we're in that half of the story, it should be a lot easier to get more words out each day. And it shouldn't feel like I'm pushing to get things done. Okay, so since I got my word count done for the day, I'm going to leave it there unless I decide to write some more later. But I am close to hitting 18,000 words, so that is a plus. But outside of the NaNoWriMo side of author life and writing, I have updated my author site, and I have also recently updated the cover for my book, Dark Pine Tales of Terror. So, this is how the site looks now. Yes, I'm using the free Wix plan, because, look, it's expensive, okay? Updated. Well, I've at least updated this one since I removed what was the new merch there, because I have that design in my fourth wall shop. But other than that, I have basically just given this a little facelift, and that is the new cover for Dark Pine Tales of Terror. Also, I was going to add more covers up here, but I didn't get around to it. But for now, this is what it looks like. A beautiful face, contact form, projects, and that is about it for the website. Going to say right now, I know I said this yesterday. I just rewatched my, what am I saying yesterday? I know I said this in my previous video, but I just rewatched it, and yeah, no, I still am listening to the Alan Wake musical bit Herald of Darkness on loop. That hasn't changed at all. But I figured I'd say this now before you hear me talk about it like I haven't talked about it already. Meanwhile, in other news, while I have occasionally been using the playlist I made for my NaNoWriMo project, I have been listening to Herald of Darkness, the whole Alan Wake musical bit on loop. Look, that whole bit is so catchy. Like, I have been finding myself just singing the chorus to that constantly. It has been stuck in my head. And I've just been watching people play the game. I don't even have the game. It's stuck in my head. I mean, I love the Alan Wake games. I love and have the first game. I love and have American Nightmare. I haven't gotten a chance to get the new game, but I've been watching people play it, and every time it gets to that part, I'm just like, no, I ended up pre-ordering the Old Gods of Asgard album for it with the t-shirt because they have the full song on it. And I have occasionally had the lyric video, the official lyric video that they posted on YouTube, on loop. Maybe it's a little too on the nose for a horror writer to have that on loop, but you know what? It is what it is. Also, I just realized I didn't do any footage for 4, 5, and 6. Like for days 4, 5, and 6 of now. Because my first video was literally days 2 and 3. I didn't even film day 1. But to be fair, I'm not used to vlogging, so I don't think to film every single time. So, yeah, no. Days 4, 5, and 6 were basically the same. I was pushing through chapter 3, because chapter 3 it started off strong, then hit a wall where I was struggling to push forward, but once I got to chapter 4, things started picking up, and now that we've gotten to the action, things are really starting to pick up and become a lot easier to write. But you know, I almost didn't hit my word goal. Actually, I think one day I actually didn't hit the word goal. I was good, like 100 or so words off of the goal, but it was fine. I was able to get it back. So yeah. I'm horrible at vlogging. What's new? Okie doke, so it is day 8 of NaNoWriMo. I'm probably not going to be updating every single day of Nano, because I feel like, for me personally, it's just going to be a lot to edit, and I don't want these videos to be too long. But it's day 8, I have hit 18,000 words. Right now my word count is at 18,101. So that's good. And again, as I say every single time, even though I've said it in this video, since it's going to be a compilation of days, that this is something I started prior to Nano, so I'm really only aiming for at least 1,000 words a day. But so far, going strong. We're at the point in the story where things are picking up, so it's easier to write. But I did the usual writer thing, and that is, while I'm working on this, I kind of got another story idea and started writing another book alongside this. Yeah. Also, just remembered, hang on, let's see, better lighting? Better light it. Let's see, yeah. I'm wearing my merch. I am wearing my fourth wall merch, because the sample came in. Not sure how well you can see it, but it even has a fun little detail on the sleeve. So that's cool. It's a little illustration from my book, Dark Pine Tales of Terror, of the Dark Pine Demon. Because look at that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. If I untuck it for a sec, you'll also see the backpack and the flashlight. But you know, this is something I illustrated based on the story. It is also the new cover for the book. So if you get a copy of the book now, it will have the full picture of this. This is the cropped down version for the shirt, but this will be the cover of the book. I am currently waiting on the new author copy with the updated cover, so that hasn't arrived yet, but I can confirm these shirts are super comfortable. So yeah, link to the Fourth Wall shop is in the description if you want one of these. I am currently wearing the color Forest, so if you like that, this is what it looks like. There you go. Really cool. But you know, I'm taking a break today. I'm not gonna push myself to really get the rest of it done. I almost hit 1,000 words today, but taking it easy. My body's yelling at me. But yeah, the weather's been going back and forth, so old injuries have been acting up. It has been fun. But I'm taking it easier today, and like I said, I started up another book that I'm not keeping track of word count on. I'm just seeing where it goes, and so far, I didn't expect a fantasy, like a full fantasy book to be my next project. I mean, I like writing fantasy. It's usually a mix of fantasy and horror, though. So this is very interesting. I'm going full fantasy. There are dragons. There's magic. There are villains that are demons. It's a lot of that. Okie doke, so it is day 9 of NaNoWriMo. I sound exhausted because I just got upstairs. My body is kicking me in the butt again. But, you know, day 9, and we are starting the day off not with writing, or at least not with working on the story directly, but reworking chapter plans. Because last night, when I was writing, while I hit the minimum word goal I gave myself for the day, at the same time, I may have taken the story a little off the rails, or the story took itself off the rails, because sometimes that just happens, and I now have to rework the chapter plans to work with the new direction the story is going. So it's going to be a lot of post-its. Now, as for the rework itself, I realized something that I did when I wrote last night. I need to completely change some of the dialogue, because I realized a point I made in a conversation that happened in the story last night. Technically, the character doesn't know what they just said. So I need to fix that, because they haven't actually seen the person that is the killer. So there's no way they can make the connection that they did. Like, they don't know their face, and they also haven't seen something that is considered a spoiler, so I'm not going to say it, because I do want to publish this. But I need to change that. But because of that, the rework isn't as bad. Although, now I do need to move what I originally had written, which is the bit that was going to be part of Chapter 5. That was originally the short story that went nowhere. That I need to move earlier on in the story. Have that play out as more of a fake-out scare, but also to establish sort of the trope that I'm working with. But also so the new plans can also work a bit more seamlessly with the chapter plans that were originally written, because I can tweak some of the original plans to work with the new direction, so that's good. I just need to find a new home in the story for what was originally written. So it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be to rework this, but I'm definitely going to be getting to the writing portion of the day later in the day. Okay. Took care of the fixes I need to make to the previous chapter, since I was able to start a new chapter last night. Fixed the dialogue that I needed to make it work with the new plans. I found a new place, a new home for what was originally going to be in Chapter 5. And it is now in Chapter 3. I have reworked that to fit in better. And I'm going to take a lunch break, and I'm also going to call it on the Write With Me video for this week, or these past few days of Nano. I don't think I'm going to be doing this every day of Nano, but it's nice to take you guys with me on this journey as I get through my first draft. So, yeah, I think we are good. So, time for the usual YouTuber outro spiel. If you like what you saw, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. I don't know when I'm going to be posting another video, because this is very all over the place. I don't have an upload schedule anyway. Ways to support me are in the description below, and I will see you when I see ya. Bye.